He came to the village in Punjab in a big car. Charanjit, that was his name. He was with another man who was about the same age. They were both smartly dressed. He didn't look like a computer engineer, but you could see he had money. Our family is modest. My father has about 6 acres of land, which is more than average these days. I'm the only daughter, so my father had saved up for me. He'd saved for my dowry and marriage, so in that way I was a good prospect. Charanjit, or Champ, as he liked to be called, he didn't stay too long. I was shown to him, just went into the sitting room, and sat there for about 5 minutes or less. Now when I think about it, I don't even think he looked at me. When I peeked to look at him, he seemed older. Champ, he called my father a few hours later and said, why don't we bring the marriage forward? He just wanted it simple. He insisted that we shouldn't waste money on the marriage. Instead, make it a part of the dowry. My wedding took place 5 days later. It was simple. Champ, he even bought his own gyani. Later, I learned from my father that he insisted my father had transferred the whole of the dowry, 10 lakh rupees, into his account. All my father's savings and a large loan he had to take. There was one thing my father had insisted on before the transfer, that he sign the marriage certificate, which showed that he was a British citizen. He left immediately after the wedding night. We didn't do anything. He said he was tired and rather start new when I arrived in England. He would file the paperwork as soon as he got there. That was the last time I spoke to him or saw him face to face. We waited for the papers to arrive. Champ had told us it would take probably 8 to 12 weeks. 6 months became 11 months. When my father went to the High Commission to inquire, he was told we had less than 3 weeks before the right to entry would expire. My father managed to get the money to buy an airline ticket, and I arrived in the UK in the middle of winter with just an address. I went to that address and found that Champ had never even lived there. Instead, there were some Punjabi guys. They looked at me and one of them took pity on me and offered me to come in. They said I could stay. I was given the sofa in the sitting room. He said once I started working, I would be given my own room. Another guy who looked like their leader, he took my passport, belongings and money. He said he would keep them safe for me. The next day I was taken in a van with them to start working. It was a meat company. We had to put chicken in plastic wrappers. After a week of work, they offered me a small room, but I was not given my passport or belongings. I was not allowed to go out. When asked about Champ, they just laughed. They said I will meet him one day. I was told to write letters to my family, telling them that I was happy. After a few weeks, another man came to see me and said I was pretty, and would I like to come and do some other kind of work.